To Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. You're in my bed, and we're probably gonna get interrupted. That's funny. Anyway, oh, here he comes. Hello. I'm just talking to myself, baby. So I wanted to get on here. Today is December 15th, so we're about exactly 2 weeks out from the new year. Which, God, what are all of these? Sorry, all of these, like, what are these? Notifications are popping up on my computer over here. Pinterest is going crazy. Anyway, with the new year upon us, I wanted to get on and talk about vision boarding. We already did vision boards, okay? We being me. But if you are thinking about making some big changes this coming year, I wanted to remind you that this is a perfect time before the frenzy of the holidays. I mean, we don't celebrate the holidays, so I understand what other people are going through, but thinking about what it is that you want to achieve this year, making a list of your goals. The past couple weeks, I have been working on some of the things that I'm going to be implementing this next year. I'm not ready to share those things, but I am going to be doing a big expansion to the shop that we have, so that we have a few different avenues for bringing in money. I am desperately wanting financial freedom, and I am having to do whatever it takes to get there. So I've been brainstorming things. And I think I finally gotten to this point as an artist. A lot of people who are artists grow up in families that people are like, that's not real. Like, you can't make a living doing that. But that's untrue. You absolutely can make a living doing what you love to do. And I think that my process these past couple years have been getting me to this point of recognizing that that is completely applicable to me. Like, I can do what I love while also bringing in money, right? So I've been really working on a few things. You saw the other day that I was painting cardboard. I've also been doing a lot of cutting out of things. I have a big crate of, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I need more magazines, I forgot that I have this giant crate of magazines that is all torn up and shit. I got them ready for community space. But that's the one thing about having the ambulance, is that I'm allowing myself to use my own supplies. I haven't done the cigar boxes. I know I visited that, and then I lost steam on that before Halloween. But I'm not ready to do those. I want to, but I'm not ready. I'm working on something else. So, I did take a video the other day, another wig, bake, and make, but I'm keeping it private until I'm ready to launch this. But I wanted to just share a little bit about why it's important to think about what you want, think about your goals. I don't know if I'm glitching, because on my end I'm glitching like hardcore. It keeps going crazy. That's crust. Toast crust. Now I got introduced to toast yesterday, so I've been making it the way you make grilled cheese, because we don't have a toaster, but I'm going to be buying a toaster today. But he loves toast, so it reminds me of that song, Toast. You guys ever heard that song? I don't know if that's an early 2000 thing. But these are some of the things that... So these are, I'm going to share, I mean, you can zoom in if you so choose, but this is a list of things that I want to use my taxes on. This is ideas about passive income. These are, I don't want to share those. I can't allow those. Those are ideas. And then here's workshops that I can do. I'm thinking of doing workshops. I've been thinking about doing workshops for the past few years, as you know. But now with the ambulance, I think it would be a really great opportunity. There's a lot of opportunities that are coming together for me. Niall and I are bored, and we're ready to, like, be more out in the world. I know Niall definitely is. I think I've healed enough. I'm starting to enjoy being around humans again without feeling like I am in danger. So, you know, all of this to say is allow yourself the time and space you need to process. And through your healing journey, always focus on what it is you want. Like, what is your ultimate goal, right? My ultimate goal is financial freedom and stable housing for Niall on our land. Now I'm $30,000 away from having a well on the land. I am, you know, these aren't goals that are impossible. We already have the land. Yesterday I was looking at houseboats because I've always wanted to live on a houseboat, and I was like, oh my god, it would be so fun to put a houseboat in the middle of the desert. I would prefer to have a houseboat on water. But ever since I saw Sleepless in Seattle, I was like, what? You can live in a houseboat? So I was looking at boats are really expensive. And then with all the floating, I'm like, we should probably get a boat, you know? So I was looking at boats, and boats are hella expensive. And, you know, I'm in the middle of the desert. There are plenty of lakes around, but, I mean, relatively around, a few hours away from where I'm at. So there are boats for sale in this state, but they're very expensive because, again, we're in the desert. So I'm like, well, you know, gotta keep my eye on the prize. But just allow yourself to dream, right? You can be so fucking delusional because eventually it won't be a delusional. And don't talk to other people about it, right? Don't allow other people to be like, that's stupid, you can't do that, no way. We talk about that plenty in the other readings. So I'm thinking about maybe doing once a month workshops to gain, you know, notoriety and other things. I am offering 5 classes at the college. I am not going to hold my breath that people are going to sign up. Speaking of, I do need to do a daily decolonizing today. Kind of fell off on doing that stuff. I'm sorry. The past few weeks have been very intense with his dad and my cat being gone and energetic, I don't know, interference. But I'm getting back on shit. Mr. Hootie is ready. I have to go get him probably this week sometime. But yeah, so while we're down there, because we have to drive to we have to go an hour or so away, but there's it's much more developed, gentrified, developed down there. So we're gonna stop at a couple places because I have some things on my list that I need from certain places. So allow yourself to, I would suggest getting a notebook if you're like super serious about shit. And like I said, these 4 pages are all brainstorms. I've been really, really working on what this, like ways to get rich. I mean, not even rich, ways to make my own money. I'm super over being poor. I don't want to do it anymore. So, what does it take to do that? So there are going to be some investments that I'm going to be making. I think that's another thing I want to talk about is, I think we've done a collective convo about investing in yourself, I'm pretty sure. But you know, that was something that I was really shamed about my family, and even having my mother in contact with me the past couple weeks. I think that's why I lost my sparkle, by the way, with the fit checks. I was like, I don't wear jeans, this is not me. And I was thinking about that today because I got dressed up and I'm like, I'm reclaiming my outfit. Like, I have way too many clothes to be wearing one pair of jeans. Anyway, investing in yourself is something that a lot of people are scared to do, or and I'm not talking about like you know, irresponsible by any means, but I think that when you tell people like you want to invest in yourself or whatnot, people kind of look down on that, like, oh, that's selfish, or I don't know, they shame you for, like, I don't know. But when we think about sustainability, and when we think about, excuse me, when we think about you know, sustainability and passive income and financial freedom all as like things that inform each other, then it makes a lot of sense to invest in yourself. I'm pretty sure investing in yourself 3 months ago. It's on the Collective Convo playlist. So So go check that out, because I think that's another part of healing. I think as we heal, we recognize ourselves as worthy of that investment, and instead of expecting someone else outside of us to support us, we're like finally motivated and determined enough to do it ourselves, right? I don't know. That's my experience, at least. So I still have things to cut out. I'm gonna spend some time cutting today. Also, I'm moving some things into digital form, and kind of exploring what that can look like that zine that I've been working on for like 15 years. It is the zine, I don't have it in here, I think I put it back. But I took pictures of it and put it on Canva. So one of the things that I'm going to be investing in this year, I will tell you, is I'm going to pay to have Canva Premium, because a lot of the projects I want to do are in Canva. I know it's an infuriating thing for me to work with, but it's very important. So these are the zine pages that I made. There's like 30 or so of them. So I cut all of these letters. This is my style, as you know. I cut the paper, the background paper. I've been working on this. So this was a project. It's a zine I started when I was in, like, coming out of rock bottom, okay? Like, I think healing is a constant process, but, like, this was when I was hanging on by a thread, okay? And, I was facilitating that mental health group, and I was, wanting to produce materials to support people's healing. So some of it does have handwritten, but I moved it over here, and I think it looks really nice. Like I said, it's it's a large document. And so I'm kind of exploring the avenues between digital and, like, physical. So for me, I'm going to be buying Canva. I also started a zine, like a comic zine in Canva, and I got the 30-day trial of Canva Premium for that zine. Whoa. Why are all of these in here? Hang on, I'll show you. So then when I canceled it, it went back to, like, you have to buy the image. See? So Ashley's Adventures, it's like this comic form. So I have but like these comic book, so you can see the Canva, what is this called? What is that thing called? Remove watermark. That's what it's called. So Canva is going to be very important for me this coming year. So I am going to be paying, I don't know, like $120 when I have it. I also have this list of other things that I need to succeed. But don't be afraid to, I think that there's so much pressure society-wise to, like, new year, new you, in the midst of, like, global bullshit, right? So just think about what your goals are, and think about how to get there, right? Again, and be as delusional as possible, right? Like, I want a houseboat. I've always wanted a houseboat. Even when I got the first RV, I was like, I'm just gonna throw, like, some barrels under this and turn it into a houseboat. So I don't know. I don't think that's on. I don't know. It might be in the next couple years, but I was like, there's some really cool shit out here, man. But again, boats are really, really expensive. I had a speedboat. My family had a speedboat growing up, so I grew up on the lakes, water skiing and tubing, and I really, really love that. It's so fun. So, $6,000 for a houseboat? What? I'll take it. It doesn't need to work. I will put it on my land. I don't know, my land is gonna be quite ridiculous. I'm gonna have to cover it with, like, a giant fence. Oh, see, now I'm back on this shit. Lake Powell. I'm pretty sure that's here in this state. See, these range 6,000 to 159,000. Please get the fuck out of here. In 1993, you were asking 159,000. Get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous. Both of my RVs are from the 90s, and I bought the first one I got for 5,000, and the second one I got for 2,000. So used shit is definitely Ambulance was 4,500 plus the 650 towing fee. So I only wanted to spend about 5,000 on that. My car was 3,500. So my thing is, when I come across large amounts of money, I invest in large things that I'm able to. And then I don't have to worry about monthly payments, and then you can use that monthly thing. That's another thing I'm going to be doing with my taxes this year. If we get taxes, I don't want to jinx it, but this administration is a little bit, I wouldn't put anything past them, quite frankly. Houseboats for sale in Arizona starting at 4K. Lit. Oh my god, houseboats are so cool. Yesterday I saw one that was like 20 feet by 80 feet. It was so dope, and it was all black, and I'm like, oh, nice. I wouldn't even have to paint it. So anyway, I really want a houseboat, but I don't live by water, so I don't know. Houseboat trailer would probably be massive too. But anyway, I'm watching Never Been Kissed. It's the best part. So you take this last couple weeks of the year if you so choose. Smile. If you so choose to really think about this coming year and the things that you can, if you're forced to make changes, how to, make lemonade from those lemons and whatnot. Think about the possibilities and don't limit yourself, right? Don't limit yourself by price tag by any means. This is a very realistic list of things that I need to take care of. But I think about this stuff a lot. So, I don't know. Ooh, I can already mark one of these off of my list. So, prioritize what it is that you want, what are your daily routines too. That's something that took me a really long time, but honestly, success is in the daily routine. I don't know if you guys watched Road to Wellness over here on my channel when I first started, but I couldn't even make a protein drink consistency. I was still smoking and really leaning on harder habits, and it's a process. So give yourself that time and space. So maybe that's it for a year. Maybe this coming year is just I want to incorporate a fewer healthy habits, or I want to release these bad habits, or behaviors, or whatever. Or I don't need to change a shit. Well, then I'm probably not the channel for you. But this year, yesterday, so I really want to practice my self-defense. So I've been really working on my body this year. I've been very consistent in working out, which is a big deal for me. It's not too grueling by any means. But yesterday I was doing archery, and I broke the shed window by accident, and I love that. But I really, so I was like, oh wow. Because I have these really dope blades on my arrows that are 3 razor blades, but I changed the one that I'm practicing with the target out, because I don't want to shred that shit, right? So it's just the pointed front, and it clear through the fucking window, and it also hit the fire pit, the top, the cage part of the fire pit, and it completely fucked that metal too. And I'm only standing 20 feet away, so that was crazy. But it's proof that I'm getting better. So I have a samurai sword, and I have other weapons that I want to feel more comfortable using, and I think a big part of that is getting my body fit, being able to handle this shit, right? Because, when I'm running on adrenaline, I'm a complete crash out. Respectfully. Or, it depends on what side you're on. But, I think that being prepared is important. So, I know I'm trailing off. But, what opportunities are you thinking about? What kind of people do you feel like you need to network with? Remember, I think that saying is also very important. It's not, it's who you know, not what you know. Very important. So I'm continuing to, like I said, we're both feeling ready to be out in the world. I'm starting to allow humans in again. And so I'm meeting people, and it's hard for me, but I'm building my network, which is pretty easy to do in a small town. So think about the things. If you have a like 9 to 5 and you feel like you don't have enough time to be doing this, you know, when you're on your break, just start making lists in your notepad or whatever. You should see my notepad. My notepad. I'll show you my notepad. These are my note. Oh, you can't see. It's too bright. Hang on. I'm a big list person. Where is the... Oh, the night light is on. So, oh, here there. These are my notes. This is my notepad. This is where my brain puts ideas. Oh, it's a lot. I am a list person. Oh, that's it. So, whatever you need to do, you know, don't feel stupid. Lists are great. Lists are great. I also put, like, I have cute ideas that come through it, and I just keep them here, because I'm usually on my phone. It's easier to, than, like, I mean, you guys have phones, you understand. This was a note I wrote, or a download I got. I'll share, and then I'll end this. The ability to love deeply in our society met with skepticism, therefore guarded from others. Love has been quantified and limited like money. It's an energy source. It is a never-ending abundance. Treat others with kindness, compassion, love, and understanding. So, yeah. Alright. Oh, I also had something that said here, dealing with destiny, new year, new you. It's right here. So I guess that's what we'll call this. Dealing with destiny. What is it that you... grocery lists. Old grocery lists. I can delete these. What are the things... Oh, I was researching... Oh, I got the... You remember that big train crash that happened in Palestine, Ohio? And it was before the genocide happened in Gaza. I was looking into that because I thought that was far too interesting of a connection. Even when the Palestine train crash happened, I was like, because I had studied the Israel-Palestine conflict, and this was like before the genocide started. So the train crash happened on February 3rd, 2003 in Ohio, and then 246 days later, on October 7th, is when Israel started attacking Gaza. If you want to call it retaliation, whatever, I don't care. It's been a consistent genocide. But I thought that was really interesting. So that's one of my notes. But anyway, take notes. Take action. And try to make cool shit for the world, right? I think that's the thing. Lead with love. Love for yourself, first and foremost. If you have the capacity, right? I think that the journey back to ourselves is always about rekindling our own love for ourselves, right? Because when we were little, we were boundless. We gave no fucks. But somewhere along the line, people conditioned us to be timid or unsure or not do the things we wanted to do. And over here, it's all about really believing in yourself and getting back to that point of like making that happen. So I'll keep you up to date, obviously. Make when I'm ready to share. But I'll share when I'm ready. Okay. Have a good one.